Now the property of the third property is if any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, then value of determinant vanishes. Vanishes means, or we can say 0. The value will be 0. Now see, we can verify this with the help of this example. For example, we have a determinant 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 and 2, 3 and 5. First row and second row are identical. Now the determinant is 1 into 1. We delete this 1. First row and first column 1, 1, 3, 5. Minus 1, position is negative, so delete first row and 1, 2, first row and second column is deleted, 1, 2, 1, 5, plus 1. Now first and third column is deleted, we have 1, 2, 1, 3. Now find the value, 5 minus 3 minus 5 minus 2 plus 3 minus 2. So we have 5 minus 3 minus 5 plus 2 plus 3 minus 2. Now see here, this is cancelled out, cancelled. We have the value 0. So we can see here, if any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, then value becomes 0. Just by looking, we can say the value it will be 0 if we find two rows or two columns are identical. This is the third property of the determinant. Now property number 4 is if each element of any row or column, if each element of any row or column is multiplied by constant k, then value of the determinant gets multiplied by k. That is, if delta is say A1, A1, A2, A3, first row B1, B2, suppose B3, C1, C2 and C3, and first row is multiplied by k. Suppose delta 1 is KA1, KA2, KA3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. If we multiply the first element of the first row by k, then we will get k into delta. This is the property number 4. If each element of any row or column is multiplied by a constant k, the value of the determinant gets multiplied by k. This is the property number 4. Property number 5 is if sum or all elements of a row or column are expressed as the sum of two or more terms, then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of two or more determinants. More determinants means if some or all the elements of a row or column are expressed as the sum of the two or more terms, then the determinant can be expressed as sum of two or more terms. For example, see here, suppose a1 plus lambda in first row element, a1 plus lambda, a2 plus lambda, suppose this is 1, this is 2, a3 plus lambda 3, suppose this is first row elements are expressed as a sum of the two terms. Second row is b1, b2, b3, c1, c2 and c3. Now we can express there are two terms, so we can express this determinant as a sum of the two determinant as first row will be a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2 and c3 plus first row element will be lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda 3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3. This is the property number 5 of the determinant, which says if sum or all elements, suppose here is only a2, then we will write here 0. So there are two terms, so we have expressed these there are two terms, so we have expressed this determinant as a sum of the two determinants. Means if sum or all the elements of a row or column are expressed as sum of the two or more terms, then determinant can be expressed as sum of the two or more terms. Suppose there are three terms. Then we can express this as a sum of the three determinants and so on. This is the property number 5.